Let's get started with this first part of the course, which is all about different types of number. Firstly, you need to know what an integer is. So integers are whole numbers, and these can be positive, negative, and also include 0. So if we just jot down some examples, we could have -5, 0, 17, 250, and so on. Next, you also need to know that all numbers are split into two different types. The first of these are rational numbers, and rational numbers can always be written as a fraction. So for example, 4 can be written as 4/1. 1/5 can be written as 0.2. And a third, that can be written as 0.3 recurring. So rational numbers, they can always be written as a fraction, and this does include repeating decimals. Irrational numbers, however, cannot be written as a fraction. So these include things like certain square roots, so root 2 and root 3, for example, and also the number pi. And these repeat forever and ever, and they are non-repeating in terms of they don't have a pattern. So they're never-ending numbers, which are non-repeating, and they're known as irrational numbers. The next part of this section is titled BODMAS, and this is something that you use when you're given an equation and you're not sure which part of the equation you should calculate first. And it stands for brackets, orders, which includes any indices like squaring or square rooting, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So the easiest thing to do here is just go through an example. So say you're asked to calculate this, which is 3 plus 24 times 2 minus 12. So BODMAS, starting from left to right, tells you what you should do first. So we've got multiplication, addition, and subtraction in this equation. And you can see that multiplication comes first. So that means we want to do this part of the equation first. So 24 times 2 gives you 48. Next, we've got addition. So this is the next part of the equation we want to do. So we're going to want to do this, which is 3 plus 48, and that gives us 51. And then finally, you can move on to the last part, which is subtraction. So you do 51 minus 12, and that gives you your answer of 39. Let's just go through one more example. This one's slightly more complicated. So here you can see we've got some brackets, and we've also got an indice. And if you look at our BODMAS at the top, brackets comes first. So we want to do this first. So that means we can ignore the square power for the time being, and we just look at what's inside the bracket. And inside the bracket, we've got a multiplication, and we've also got a subtraction. And because multiplication comes first in BODMAS, we do that part first. So we're going to do this. So 25 and the minus stay the same. And we just do the 5 multiplied by 2, which is 10. And then you still have the closed bracket and the square. Now we need to finish off what's inside the brackets, and all we've got is subtraction. So we do 25 minus 10, and that gives us 15. And now everything within the bracket has been done. So we are just left with 15 squared, and we do 15 squared to get the answer, which is 15 times 15, which is 225.